Plus a clap.
Ah!
Ein Blap.
Stop. Can't.
Papa?
No, I hate you all.
This is why I quit the internet.
This is, Ronan, you left on a good note at least. Greetings, wayward travelers. Come on in, take a seat, and welcome to the Ecriom Expeditions. I'm your dungeon master, Logan Hanley, here to spin you and these bumblefucks you see before you a yarn through the lands of Ecriom. Before we... I don't even... Oh my god. Now I'm just picturing it in my head in German. Oh my god.
We just went live and we've already broken the
Yeah,
DM.
well, it wasn't that hard. I was broken from work already. No, but before we get started, a few shouts, a few sponsored things, and then introductions from this amazing crew of people who make me question my sanity every Tuesday night. Shout outs, we're going to do an abridged version. Brianna Flame, Esoteric, Del Borovic, and Adrian Von Ziegler, and Renee Beauregard. Shouts outs to them for all of the amazing work that they've done to make different aspects of this stream possible, from the overlay to the amazing artwork to the acoustic ambiance and maps for the Lands of Ecriom in this stream. Next, sponsors. First and foremost, Dragon Rock RPG Design, Daniel Lieberman, Renee Beauregard, bringing you that sweet and unique and creative content from their eerie abode. Whether it is writing their own content or collaborating with other creatives, their goal is to bring their extensive experience and expertise to any of the materials they work on. Head on over to their Instagram and check out some of their new stuff. Renee will talk about things and projects that they're working on other than with myself and the wonderful Jay Casual. Next, Umbral Oculus Dice, and if you haven't already, type the word barefoot for your chance at this beautiful, it's gonna green screen out. Oh, D20. If not, check Instagram. It's beautiful. It's got gold. It's got white. It's got black. It's got gold lettering. It's like a really rich marble that you can't see on here because of my green screen, but that's okay. Pastier. Listen, it's whiter than Ronan's face right now, so that's something.
That's saying something.
That's saying something. But
apparently,
Umbral Oculus Dice, purveyor of hand-poured and polished artisanal dice. Umbral Oculus is conjuring relics from beyond the veil for players to enjoy at their tables. Next, Adventures in 3D, premium 3D miniatures for you to use at your table. Use the code Barefoot15 for 15% off any of your orders. Richard does an amazing job creating, he had just a ton of really awesome. I have this thing right here that I can't show. Nobody go back and pause that later. I'll show you.
No promises.
I'll show you the base there. This is how big the base is. That's it.
It is not scared.
But they're really, really awesome, and they are really, really detailed and beautiful. So check them out. And then last but not least, the Initiative Order. TO is a collective of passionate TTRPG players and creators that want to help the community thrive and grow. Their goal is to explore and experience all types of game systems while creating an inclusive community for all our players and viewers. So go check them out. They do monthly community games. They have charity streams, all this amazing stuff to help empower and promote the TTRPG community. Yeah. Now, without further ado, the amazing cast of the Ecriom Expeditions. Starting with my favorite druid, Eden.
Listen, Druid. Hi, Perrin Hackett, also known as Valrook across the socials, and I am the dice maker under the moniker of Umbral Oculus Dice. That is UO_dice on the Instagram. Also, Ko-fi.com/UO_dice, where I will be having a shop update coming within the next week week and a half. Keep a track on the socials for specifics on that, as I will be having promo codes and a giveaway leading into my dice sale, just in case somebody at any point, if you saw I had a certain Circle of Spores themed dice set, there's another one that's going to be part of this giveaway going into my next sale. So just throwing that out there. Go check it out and do the thing on the socials. I'm on the initiative order every other Sunday on Far Realms, which is a Cult Divinity Lost homebrew campaign where I terrify my players and my best friends. And then every Monday we play Fallout, the TTRPG in our game Vault, which we only have so many episodes left, but that's on Monday over on the initiative order as well. That day.
Next, the bardtastic Perrin Hopesinger.
Hello, everyone. My name is Renee Board. You can find me at Dragon Rock RPG Design on Instagram. You can find me at Dragon Rock RPG on Twitter, where me and my friend Daniel Lieberman will make supplements for 5e Dungeons and Dragons. For Richard and anyone else who is aware of my constant updates as to what we're doing with Rangers, that's probably coming this month. We're like really close to finishing, and I'm so super excited for it, where you can meet the Light Keeper, the Weave Guardian, and the Archaeologist, and you're all going to enjoy it. I swear to God. Even Tristan, he's going to like it somewhat. So you can check that out on DM's Guild, where we put all of our stuff. So you can find our stuff on DM's Guild. Just search Dragon Rock RPG and you'll see it all there, where we have our warlocks, our barbarians, and the icons of horror. If you get anything that we have there, please just leave us a rating and review. Let us know what you liked, and we want to make more stuff that you guys like. From there, keep tabs on us here, and I'm going to pass it over to my beautiful little sister.
Well, thank you, Perrin. Hi, guys. I am Utahime, and I am a cosplayer, streamer, and TTRPG performer. If you're interested in any of all of those things, please follow me on the social medias at Utahime Cosplay, and that's Facebook, Instagram, here on Twitch, where I occasionally stream on my own channel. Hopefully I'm going to get back to that soon, because I stream usually a variety of games and do some just chatting. And you can find me at my government name, Brianna DeCoster, on Twitter. And I play Finara Valar, everyone's favorite half sea elf, half halfling, peace domain cleric.
On to the Butterball himself, Art the Goblin.
Hi everyone, I'm Eddie, otherwise known as the Discount Bard, the humble bard who is nowhere near as talented as our beautiful Perrin Hopesinger, serenading us with that glorious music right now. I am also a TTRPG performer and a Twitch streamer. You can find me on twitch.tv/discountbard, where I'm actually going to be starting up my content again after a brief hiatus from the holidays. Lots of exciting stuff around the corner. In terms of variety of video game content, but I'm also slowly working my way towards actually meeting my 2022 goal of starting to DM some games. My Discord's starting to get a facelift and all that too, so lots of exciting stuff there coming around the corner. Otherwise, you can follow me on the various social medias at Discount Bard to see all the various shenanigans that I'm up to. I'm also on TikTok these days doing weird, funny things and content over on there. But for today, I am here as Art, the affectionately referred to as Butterball Artificer with the heart of gold and a knack for getting himself into trouble.
Next, the dark, the brooding Korvus.
First off, dark, yes. Brooding, definitely. But more importantly, I mean, what else can I say? It's Jay, casual. You can find me on all social media at Just2Casual and Casual Creativity on Twitch, variety streamer, and getting ready for the comeback with plenty new content from gaming, TTRPGs, and even a talk show with a special bardic, co-host for an amazing experience that I'm excited to dive into that. And also the writer of my own TTRPG, Deep Breath, the anime-inspired experience where the old world of magic meets the new world of technology. You can keep updates on all that on the social media at Deep Breath RPG and the website deepbreathrpg.com. That's DEEP Bread TH rpg.com. It's going to be awesome because this month we'll be releasing a small playtest guide for you to be a chance to play some of your favorite species, classes, enjoy some of our custom spells that I've been so grateful to work with Dragon Rock RPG Design, because they don't not only do 5e supplements, they also just overall are great creatives, collaborators, and contributors. That's mostly about me, but most importantly is what I'm here to do as Korvus, the individual that dives in the dark to bring light to those without hope. Even in the worst situations, I do hope that all will find peace within themselves. But allow me to pass it on to the only person with sense in this entire group, Ripley.
Hey, that's me. I'm Ronan Fox. I'm just a good-looking dude who ain't doing shit. That's me. Yeah, that's it. I am
you get
not
scared?
cosplaying as. That's true. I do. Every other Sunday, I'm on Far Realms, so I do that. And I'm here, and I am not cosplaying as Jared Leto. I am playing Ripley. That's me. Let's get the show started.
Hashtag
And you do
Morbius.
not do nothing. You're a local eye candy.
First of all, you forgot all
Hashtag
of your
dive in.
You forgot all of your titles: the King of West Virginia, D&D Jesus, the Jared Leto of world building. I don't know if that's.
I just
a real
assume
title.
people know that by now. Like that's just a given. Like I don't.
How
need
will
to
they
say
know?
it.
Yeah, you're not on the
I need
internet.
that.
They wouldn't know. Anyway,
That's true.
let's get on to our next episode, our next session of the Ecriom Expeditions.
Wait, what's the internet?
That's why I said that's not how you tune a guitar.
Well, that was dirty.
That's fucking rude.
All right, Ripley, can
I'm
you help
just
me out
saying.
here, please? Jesus Christ.
It's basic tuning.
Nope.
Also, I don't think it's a guitar.
It
No,
was when I
guitars
got it.
aren't made of that stuff. That's squishy.
All right, welcome back.
Hey, I'm not a liar.
I ain't calling you a truther.
I'm just a harp. Dang.
All right, welcome.
I just
back.
had to ruin everybody's day. You're welcome.
Stop.
It made mine better.
Y'all just keep stringing us along.
Previously on. What? Sorry.
Dragon Ball's Ecriom Expeditions.
Oh.
No, Dragon Ball.
Over 9,000.
Oh God, this is what we do. You know what? This is just gonna become a cameo session. Dragon Ball Z, Attack on Titan,
Oh,
One Piece,
I got deep breath. What do you?
Castlevania.
I got it. Let me bring in the content right now.
No.
No.
All right.
stop.
Anyway,
Do
welcome
we
back.
throw some arcane
After-
in the mix too?
Product placement.
After a night of R&R and bonding amongst the party, they are jolted awake by a bombardment of books and scrolls as the mage Cailana urges the group to begin scouring her notes in search for a cure of the Ooblex plague. The party, after some investigation, learns that the Ooblex, much like a parasite, can be burned out of its host. They immediately dive into theorizing and concocting different ways to invoke this effect upon themselves until Eden with a spark of chaotic genius, realizes that she has just the trick up her sleeve. Heading upstairs and out of the bunker tower, Eden conjures a circle of thorn and vine and leaf. Korvus steps in, Cailana blasting it with arcane fire, bursting it alight to an intensity that any within would be at risk of death. Though Korvus and his fortitude prevail. After only mere moments, the Ublex emerges from Korvus's body, defeated, spewing onto the ground and sizzling and burning. Eden quickly dissolves the spell, and they rush to find or to discuss the next person up, concluding that Cailana was the only obvious choice, having had the Ublex spawn within her the longest. She steps within the circle, Ripley blasting it with arcane fire again. This time, however, a much deadlier battle ensued as Cailana struggled against the heat, as the Ublex seemed a little bit more hardier and enduring than the one that had infested Korvus. However, in the end, she prevailed, and the Ublex inside emerged bubbling and dying amidst the flames. The party, thinking they were victorious, celebrates their small victory in finding a temporary cure for themselves, before Korvus rushes in and ties Cailana up, seizing his moment to capture his prey. The party immediately jumps to Cailana's defense, assaulting Korvus with a slew of what could have possibly been dirty words, before Ripley's cooler demeanor settles the tension, and they all head downstairs. Distracted, Eden and Ripley, as well as Perrin, search through the tower for any arcane and magical secrets, while Finara looks for the history of the tower on campus itself. They find magic items and scrolls and lore about the history of this place before heading up for a meager meal. Meanwhile, Korvus interrogates his prey, determining why Cailana was squatting within the remains of the tower. And as tempers finally settle, maybe, I don't know, I'm not a mind reader, probably not, the party had a meager supper before identifying some of the magical items that they had found and making final preparations to rest for the evening. The tower is yours. Actually, no. Art! Alone in the bedchamber for hours, scouring the scrolls, lost in the words that you were reading on the paper. You are finally pulled out of this studying like bubble by the smell of warmed bread and some sort of meaty stew coming from the kitchen, the hearth.
Well, I suppose we need to take a break from our studies. Dulcar, come on, let's go get some food.
Dulcar just looks up and starts scampering with you as you open the door and make your way into the small kitchen living area that Cailana calls her main kind of like open foyer area of her bunker tower. The rest of your party members, your friends, Eden, Finara, Perrin, Ripley, and the newest addition, Korvus, sitting there sullenly looking at their bowls and stew. It seems the tension in the air.
Eden keeps sticking her tongue out at Korvus when they're not looking.
Korvus is just generally focused on writing, as Korvus does.
Oh, yeah.
Art is going to miss every single social cue and go straight for the food.
I'll hang back and try to find a quiet spot, and I'm going to try to start the process of transcribing one of the spells. I don't know how you want to do that, how long it's going to take, and that sort of thing. So.
I believe each scroll is where it's 50 gold per level, if I recall correctly. And then it takes up to an hour or so. Let me double check. I should have actually had that prepared. But I think
50 gold per level and an hour per level.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, so
this is why we have Renee. But yeah, you quickly. Which book are you pulling out?
Well, I wasn't doing a book yet. I was doing one of the scrolls.
Okay.
But I will call Eden over. Eden, come here for a second.
Sure.
I know that you don't like me, and that's fine.
I don't not like you. I just think you're mean.
Okay. But you understand that Kaiden's in here as well, right? And you like Kaiden. And I understand. I have Kaiden's memories, and I understand his interactions with you and that sort of thing, and that's fine. But I understand also that when you guys were in the barn thing, he allowed you to take some money, some gold.
Mm-hmm.
I need some of that.
Well, how much do you need of it? I mean, it's just like this bag. It's so good that she has no concept of
just
money.
Like how much is in there? How much do you guys know how much is in there?
There's only 28 gold. I counted these pieces. And then there's a lot of silver. And I heard this word when I was in the city, but there's like a shitload of these little copper pieces.
Okay. A shitload's not an actual unit of measure.
Are you sure? Because a lot of people were using it. Yeah. I mean, you maybe don't know everything then.
I'll concede that point. All of the gold.
So should we ask everybody? Because I think, okay. I think some of this was my share, but
yeah, just the gold. You can keep the other stuff, and I will return it as soon as I get 28 gold.
Okay. What do you do to make contract? Do you do? Oh,
nope. Just yep.
do this. Okay, so I'm supposed to trust you, though. Last time I gave people gold, and they said they were going to bring me things. They didn't.
But I'm going to be right here. I'm not leaving.
You're not going anywhere? Really?
I don't have plans to. No.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
The horns make you look strong now.
Yeah, I felt those earlier when I was looking around. That's a byproduct of the?
It is a weird combination. It'll wear off probably when you sleep. So
can you make enough? I kind of would like to study it if that's possible.
I was probably gonna start another batch, so you can kind of start and you can look at it. Art.
Yep.
You're not supposed to slurp at the dinner table, because that's how you lose fingernails.
That's not a thing.
How does what? How what?
Are you sure?
I've never had that happen to me before. Is that really a new concern?
No.
I'm going to leave this conversation, and then I'm just going to walk away.
Eden will tap Ripley really hard on the back of the head one more time. Bye, Kaiden.
Does Cookie have horns now?
I'm not Cookie, and these are temporary. Goodbye.
They're temporary. So I accidentally put too much of something when I was making my brew last night, and when he drank it, it gave him fancy horns. And Of course, as Eden is saying this, I forget there are still bubbles now floating across the room.
That's an interesting phenomenon.
It seems to change. It's kind of chaotic, so I don't know what I did.
Was this from the brew that you made?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's fascinating. So it can either cause manifestation of horns on the head, or it can cause you to emit bubbles?
Among other things, maybe? We can try tomorrow. I hope that there's less of an effect.
I would definitely be very curious to see what else this could do. This is fascinating. Did you get any of this food? This stew is really good.
This is really good. I don't eat meat.
Oh, Red?
That works. Then
I was waiting for the DM.
I think DM
sorry,
is distracted.
DM
That's why I was
is
just
you're
like
good.
holding
You're
off.
good. You're good.
Where is Cailana in this scenario?
I don't know. Korvus, what'd you do with Cailana when they said dinner time?
How far is the dinner space from the room that I originally had her in?
The room's attached to the dining area.
Yeah, on the bed.
She's still there.
So she's still
And
in the bed.
Korvus.
Do you close the door? Like, did you close the door when you came out to eat?
Yeah, door's closed.
Okay.
Okay, so Fanara, without even asking permission, she's going to collect some of the stew and the bread, and she's going to kind of get up from the dinner table, but kind of like with a little extra kind of like pissed off energy, and she's going to head over to where the door is shut to go to Cailana.
Does the door push in, or is it a pull out? This matters. DM.
I know. I'm thinking now. That's a really specific question. I wasn't prepared. It's push in. We'll say it's pushed in.
Okay. Korvus will, upon seeing the movement towards the door, will release the coiled whip and sling it to wrap around the handle of the door to basically hold the door secure.
Excuse me, I'm trying to feed Cailana. Do you mind?
I do.
Well,
meals.
you need her alive, don't you?
No, I don't, but also I need her to remain as exhausted as possible to prevent any rogue actions. She's been provided hydration. I have provided ration in due time. No meals beyond that.
Well, from my recollection, I don't remember you giving her any type of sustenance whatsoever.
She was provided water. She can go several days without food, but I will ensure that she makes it that far.
Who hurt you?
Did I miss something?
Korvus is mean.
Well, fine then. Have it your way. And then Finn's going to go to the table and slam down the stew and the bread. And then she's going to take her books and go to the other end of the room and kind of sit away from everyone else and kind of arrange her dress around her and just, try to focus on the books that she just recently got.
Don't make me sing it, because I'll sing it. And he just like looks at her while she's not looking at him. She's looking at the books, and she's clearly upset. I'll sing it.
What do you sing?
And he just kind of smirks. Oh, I'm very glad you asked. Let it be, let it be, let it be, oh, let it be. Speaking words of wisdom, let it be.
That's really pretty. Whenever I lived in the forest, I used to play my flute when I was really sad. And it kind of sounded like that, but I didn't use the words. Do you have a piece of paper on you real quick? Anybody sitting here? I just need a little.
Mm. Here we are. And Art
Thank
is
you.
going to rip off a piece of a map to give you.
I appreciate it. Thank you. And she pulls out an emerald green pen and writes something on it and like folds it like into the shape of a star because Eden is just a little extra. And then she's just gonna and for no reason walk briskly around the table, drop the star in Fanara's lap, and then act like she's yawning the whole way back and then sit somewhere else and then just like nothing ever happened.
Hey, Art, I found something the other day, I found something this evening, and after spending a little while with it, he like pulls out this dagger that's got like this patinaed copper handle with the head of a lion on the pommel, and he like flips it in his hand. I actually think that this is probably better suited for you than for me.
Oh. It's seems to have some very nice craftsmanship to it. Where
Oh, it
did you get
does.
this?
I went walking, looked around, and found it on a stroll. That's about it, really. Here, and he just like holds the blade himself, hands the handle to Art, so he takes it properly and doesn't cut himself. But yeah, I think that this dagger would suit you very well.
This is a very, very nice find. Thank you.
You're absolutely welcome, and I'm hoping that just holding it just makes you feel a little bit more comfortable, a little more at ease.
Do I?
Not quite yet. I mean, the lion head definitely makes you feel slightly emboldened. It's got like that open, roaring kind of maw to it. But I'd say like just looking at it, it seems to be a really, really nice looking dagger. At the very least.
Fascinating. I think I'm going to examine this a little bit closer, and I'm going to step away and take about 10 minutes to further examine this dagger.
While that's happening, Fanara is going to unfold the paper that Eden tossed kind of like ever so sneakily in her lap.
First off, there's a little illustration of Korvus, and it's like got like little smelly lines above it. And then it says basically, I can send secret messages. We can create a distraction. And then there's like a little winky face and like it's doodled.
And then Finn, after like basically giggling in the corner, like kind of with all of her things, she kind of scrambles to kind of put it into the book. And then she looks over in the direction of Eden and she kind of gives like a little wink. And that's all she does. And then goes back to looking like she's reading.
Oh, there's something in my eye. Art, you spent a long time alone. Did you find anything?
Oh, it was just a bit of light reading, that's all. And Art's gonna reference the giant pile of books and scrolls that he was perusing through. But I think I might have found some interesting information on the Ublex that we're dealing with. There's maybe even some information that might be able to help us with figuring out how we can approach it and how we can deal with it.
That's probably good because it's like inside of Ripley.
It's inside of. Oh, that's right. I forgot it. It got inside of Cookie at one point. Yeah. So, okay. So, well, one of the ways that we might be able to deal with it is if we're able to expose Ripley to some really extreme heat.
We did that. So we kind of put Korvus in the middle of one and got rid of his ooze, and then we did that to the wizard, and then he captured the wizard, so it works. But I kind of feel like Ripley might just melt.
Oh, that's true. Probably not too susceptible to those kinds of temperatures. Alternatively, there do seem to be possibly some herbal remedies that we might be able to use that could possibly give us some similar results. Are you familiar with the lace flower?
Do you?
You can make a nature check.
Okay. Check my skills. I did that thing. That is going to be a 16.
A 16. You haven't really. No, you wouldn't have.
I mean, it's not.
The
Yeah.
briar would have been the predominant. Anything that had to do with like viney type of thing, the briar would have been the most you know.
I don't really. I mean, I'm learning new things, but where I came from, it was not so much herbs as much as pokey, thorny, awful things. But Finn, didn't you say that you make tonics and stuff too, or stuff?
Yeah, I do. I do.
Do you know what that flower is?
The lace flower?
DM, would Finn be familiar with it?
No.
Unfortunately, I don't. Not that particular flower, anyway.
Well, if you know super spiny, thorny things, then maybe you might know the crimson crawler.
Both of you can make nature checks if you'd like.
Is this
Telling
being
me you
held
ain't
in
got
the
no whistling Dixies?
This is all taking place in our general area, right? Like,
Is
That's-
this
Yeah,
in our
this
nature?
conversation is taking place like in it around
does
you.
Korvus know either of these two plants distinctly?
You can make a nature check for.
I got a 18. Sorry, 18
18.
for nature.
I got the 19 this
I
time.
wasted a good roll. That's an 18. Nature. That's a dirty 20.
Okay, so the three of you would know that the crimson crawler is known, or is an ivy that's known for obviously its crimson red color. It typically is found in swampier areas. However, it is kind of for you, Finara, it is a lichen almost that coats palm trees around the oasis. All of you generally know that it's really dangerous. It has tons of barbs, and it's regarded to be one of the more poisonous flowers in the world.
I didn't know that one, but it's not nice.
No, it's one of the poisonous ones that you can find. It's very dangerous.
Well, it seems that our Ooblex problem requires some pretty extreme measures to be able to try to circumvent the infection.
I'd
It
say,
requires-
poison or extreme heat and fire. I mean, those are both two very extremes.
Oh,
Yeah.
you have to consider. You're thinking about the Oobleck incorrectly. The Oobleck is a creature all the same. The
Well,
problem
I don't
is,
believe anyone asked you, directly or indirectly, just making it clear.
Then I will
It
keep
seems
my
Korvus
knowledge
Oh,
has
to
some
myself.
information.
No, but if he can help though, then we can get it out of Perrin and out of Ripley.
You have a point, Aiden. I apologize for my rudeness.
Even if you smell bad.
I'm simply saying that when you consider the Oobleck, it uses the body not just as a host, but as a shell. much like an individual wielding a shield, hiding in a fortress. In order to truly defeat what lies within, you must, like you would raid a castle, starve it, burn it, destroy everything it needs to survive, and the Oobleck will die, and your hope is that the host then survives the encounter. All these methods we learned is pretty much lethal for the host, but equally lethal for the Oobleck.
I will say, if the flower has an antidote, though, then we could give them the flower thing and then give them an antidote so that it would stop the oobleck, but then it would save the person. Or we could also do what we did to that person at the barn place and beat the crap out of them until they pass out.
I didn't see anything in my research about beating the crap out of someone, but if that's a possible option, we can consider it. But from what I've been reading, it seems that a combination of those two herbs, from with the lace flower and the crimson crawler, it can give the person that we give it to those extreme symptoms where it'll induce a fever and it'll lead to inflammation and dehydration. So it's a very fine window within which we would have to do this before they could be under some very serious risk of some serious complications. But whether it be the extreme heat or this slightly more poisonous approach, those seem to be the best two options for removing and eliminating the infection.
Is there anything in there for any type of, I don't know, like herbal, something to ease the discomfort during that said fever state or anything like that?
Did I see anything along those lines in my research, DM?
You did not, no. Cailana had not gotten that far, it seems.
Unfortunately, the research ends at the remedy, not the cure.
However, there is the alternative. I've dealt with plenty of poisons and other ailments. The problem with that is any remedy that helps ease the body then may not affect the oobleck in the same way.
Yeah, I think Korvus brings up an interesting point. If the oobleck used as the host as a defense mechanism, then it would be advantageous for that ooblex to ensure that that host remains in good condition. I'm curious to know if it could help, maybe in a symbiotic way, to alleviate acute pain, because all of these methods that we have devised to get rid of it are just a basic onslaught of the host systems, to whereby the ooblex couldn't possibly help out or defend against, so it must leave the body. I'm curious to know, though, if I were to maybe like cut my arm or something, would the ooblex attempt to remedy that or heal that in a means to protect its host?
Do you want to test it? And Eden's nails will grow as I
we must make sacrifices in the name of science.
Be careful,
I don't think
Eden.
that would be such a bad idea. Perhaps just a surface wound, if you could manage, just along the arm here. Okay.
Surprisingly sharp.
Is this with your cantrip?
Uh-huh.
Roll damage.
Yeah, roll the damage.
I'm purposely not trying to kill them. Okay.
That's
Got to get through my 10 AC first, okay?
That's
So let's.
fine. Oh God, I swear, if
That's what
she
I'm
rolls a
here
10, I hope
for.
she rolls a 10.
But
That's
you're
what
letting
I'm
me
here
hit.
for.
But you're letting me hit you.
Yeah, no, go ahead, it's fine.
I got it under control.
It's an auto
Anything
crit.
You
happens.
have control, though. You got control.
So do I still roll then to hit since he's letting
It's just
me?
damage, right?
I'll let
Yeah,
you
it's just
roll.
damage,
I'll
I
let
think.
you roll 2 and pick the number. Since you're being a little bit more careful, I'll let you essentially roll with disadvantage on the damage.
I mean, 2 natural 20s.
It's a 9
please.
it's a 9 and a 10.
It's either a 1 and a 20 then.
It's 2 10s. Don't tell me it's 2 10s. No, it's not.
Well, it's actually a 10 and a 20. So
Oh,
I'm going
even
to
better.
take the 10.
Oh no, for
That's-
damage die.
Oh,
Damage
damage.
die.
Damage is only 4.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
oh.
That's why I was like, look, because I rolled.
I was like 20 points of damage. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what I was.
That would kill me, by the way.
Oh, no.
Why?
No. You have
Just
a
4.
cleric for a reason.
Oh, that's true.
Okay, actually, I rolled my second one. It's 1 point of damage.
Okay.
There you
Okay.
go.
You take 1 point of damage.
Okay.
It's
Um,
acidy.
You watch as
It's
your
actually
skin starts to bubble a bit around the wound. Nothing. Nothing.
It doesn't
got
appear that
ouched.
the. No, it's fine. The effects may not be immediate. I'll watch it over the next couple hours to see if it perhaps heals quicker than.
Based on when the thing attempted to evacuate my body, my understanding on its attempts is that wound is surface. The host is not actually in any real danger, so there's no need to waste energy remedying a wound. But if your life could be threatened, then I believe the Ublek then would act to ensure your survival. But this simple nick, the Ublek is aware, means nothing.
Perhaps, but the thing I'm curious about is the difference between hosts of you and I. Assuming this thing has some level of intelligence, the idea of picking me as a host and a defense mechanism to keep you guarded is a rather moronic attempt at self-preservation. So
Squishy.
I'm
But-
curious to know what would it attempt to do.
You
But
know,
I agree
if
with
you
your assessment.
if you sleep for like 6 to 8 hours, that'll just heal right up, though.
Yeah, that's the natural. Anyway, I'm going to read. I'll just turn back to my scroll.
The notes, according to my research, do show that the Ublex is sentient, so it would theoretically possibly try to defend itself.
Can it hear us?
I believe so.
You're an ass face.
In Perrin's mind, he's like, she's talking to you. You know that, right?
It replied, your mom.
Say that to my face, you little snot booger.
Ripley and Perrin, you hear in your heads. Yeah, it's not booger. We'll get you eventually.
It's trembling right now. It is very scared of you.
It should be, because I've got stuff.
You do. It's true. I've seen it.
Venara,
Yeah.
you have knowledge of healing, and you seem to have some pretty extensive knowledge of how to heal individuals from some pretty dire circumstances.
Well, I'm still learning. I feel like my abilities continue to grow the more I grow as a person, and also too in experience and such in these, especially these situations. So I'm no expert by any means, but I do read a lot of books and things, and I try to really work with my herbalism kit and to practice all the things that I've learned about massage therapy and such. And it seems to be helping and working, at least in circumstances thus far.
Would you feel like you would have the capabilities of bringing someone back from near death?
I believe so, yes.
It's not ideal if that ends up being the road that we have to go, but it does seem like we do require some pretty extreme circumstances to be able to remove the Ublex from the body. It's possible that if we end up going with these extreme circumstances, it may come down to needing something of those skills.
I'm afraid you definitely are right in your way of thinking, and I do have faith that Avandra has given me the strength to be able to take on what lies ahead. At least I hope so.
Well, then we're in good hands. Also, didn't we have one more person with us before? Where did they go?
Somebody chain them up.
What? Why?
Why don't you ask our new friend? I'm sure he'll gladly share with you his thoughts.
Korvus?
Doing my job.
Apparently, wizard lady is worth money.
It's not even about the money.
Then why
And-
would you do that?
It's a job.
But what's the job? I thought jobs was for money, unless you like doing that to people.
I already said. The point of this is to get information that I need to deal with greater threats.
Are you hurting them?
They're fine.
They're not eating.
They don't need to eat yet.
How would you know that? Are you that person's body? I don't think so.
No, but I know how long it takes for the average body to decay without food or water. She's well within her ability to survive.
Well, I mean, I know that too, but that doesn't mean that that's something that you want to do to someone.
And listen, that's the same way of thinking that my Aunt Merlara thought, and then she went without eating her proper vegetables for so long, and then I'm telling you, she passed out like a sack of potatoes on the floor. She wasn't properly nourished, and then she made a fool of herself, and then she was embarrassed for like a week.
Just to give some context there, our Aunt Malara is actually an alcoholic, and so that's mostly why she did that.
See, that's what I'm saying. She was just drinking, and she wasn't eating any type of vegetables or anything else. See, proper just drinking liquids, especially alcohol, that's not enough.
And this woman's answer is that wine is a vegetable as well as a fruit. So
Well,
That's not true.
But what information is worth hurting someone?
she is not hurt. If anything, most of her pain has come from, well, that one, looking over at Eden.
It was to help.
Regardless,
I
the
don't.
point remains.
does anybody else want to try and out logic the man who seems to have all of his ducks in a row?
But
Is
I didn't hurt on purpose.
No, you hurt with a purpose, with a reason. I'm not arguing that, and neither is he, for a fact. Point being, all he's doing is restraining her. And he looks over at Cailana, and she's still breathing. She's still capable of moving if we were to move her. So technically,
I have left no harm to her.
If you say so. Just don't like seeing people restrained.
I don't think anybody truly likes that, if I'm being completely honest. I mean, I can't speak for Korvus specifically, but, we all have our things, but it
just doesn't seem right. Again, because of her scrolls and things, and also too her feedback and investigating, that's how we've been able to figure out ways to get this stuff out of y'all's system. And then for us to just tie her up like that after her having helped you, it just doesn't seem right. I'm sorry. I understand that you have to do what you have to do, but then you can't expect everybody to have your set of principles, so to speak.
Then let me put you in a scenario. You watch someone kill your friend. You're the one who speaks with logic, this halfling. And that same person goes to use the fact that they killed to save a village. Would you not stop that one who murdered someone you love?
Ecology is boring. What are we doing? What's the plan?
I thought we were eating and then probably resting, and we were trying to figure stuff out. So, are we looking for those plants tomorrow?
Do
Faith.
any of you know where these things are?
I know where we can find the poisonous one.
Hmm.
It's usually
Fine.
swampy places on trees and stuff. But
But,
we'll have to be careful gathering.
Would
Um,
Cailana
Rip-
know where to find the other one?
Art, the one note I forgot. Surprisingly, I apologize. Art, you would know that you can find both of these within the Heart Scars, which are the swamps to the north of Spigot.
Okay, I did have that noted in here. I just didn't understand what that meant. But now, okay. Well, a good starting place to look would be the heart scars. I think if I understand my research correctly, that's at least a good place to start.
And what about Zazat?
I had a brain fart, DM. Did we say that was to the north?
Oh, you muted.
It's right there
Yes.
over my shoulder.
The answer is yes.
Yes, it's. I mean, Swagut itself sits within the Heart Scars, but the Heart Scars originate from the Great Divide, which originates from another place. We're not gonna.
That's lore for later.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna monologue. But the Heart Scars originate at the end of the Great Divide and then just floom into a bunch of different directions and create that whole area. Is like basically the whole little bulb at the bottom. The whole
That's
floor.
north of us?
Yeah, so you guys are like
Yeah.
all the way
Yeah.
down here. So anything north of you guys would be considered Heart Scars.
Yep.
Basically the Florida of Candor. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys.
that checks.
So question then, DM.
Yes.
So the house that Eden stayed at briefly, is that between here and there or north of there?
If I remember my map correctly, it's farther north of the Heart Scars. Like you came from
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
that area.
Yeah.
Direction would have been the house. The house itself wouldn't have been in the Heart Scars. No, it just would have been.
Art, are you aware of how long it'd take to get to one of these places?
DM?
I mean, the Heart Scars are pretty much your doorstep. It would just be traveling and trying to find the actual.
We're close to a relative city, yes?
Yeah, and the city and around. I mean, the city is within the swamp. Like you have they're up on poles, and there's different buildings that are built on a little bit more foundational bedrock. But
Last question. Can we get to where the collective is, where Korvus is going, and hit a Heart Scar on the way?
Yep.
So
Where
Korvus
Korvus
would
needs to
you-
go is like farther. The next one the closest one would probably be in Morlock. No. Why don't I have a map up? I should have a map up.
behind your head, silly.
I know, but it doesn't have all the. It doesn't have all the
names.
it doesn't have all the names that I need because Shymore. There we go, Shymore. So Swagut is So Swagut is like all the way down here in this bottom left hand corner. Shymore is almost right where the Heart Scars start. So you would have to traverse pretty much the entirety of the Heart Scars in order to get to Shymore, which would be where the closest Malthier collective campus would be.
However, there's another relatively big-ish city that I would have contacts in, or is the closest one I have contacts would be Shymore?
The closest one that you would have recently interacted with or passed through. Actually, no, you wouldn't have passed through. You could have passed through Shymore. If you were taking direct road routes, you would have passed through Shymore. But if you were just kind of traveling the quickest way, you would have just cut straight through the Heart Scars.
No, I take the roads unless I have a specific job.
So then,
okay,
you would the last place you would have went that you would have had points of contact for the Malthier would have been Shymore. Yeah.
Okay.
So if we're headed for Shymore anyway, we have to go through a Heart Scar. So I think that kind of settles the plan.
Yeah, I mean, there's an argument there.
Yeah, we can take care of the Ublex problem, and then, well, hopefully we can get to a peaceful resolution with our friend here.
Corvus, I may have a solution to your bound issue. And assuming it's been 2 hours, he will kind of work his hands a little bit and push out from his mind. And what you'll see is sort of a nebulous blue translucent color disc floating off the ground. She can be carried on this.
Eden will jump on it.
It holds you. You could also, in fact, all of you could be on it. I can't, but
Hey, look.
Boing, boing.
Actually, really cool.
yeah, that's the new trick.
So then through the hot scars towards Shymore to find whatever herbs it is that's needed.
Perrin, I saw that look, but
What
what's
look?
on your mind?
I did nothing.
You did your normal
no,
look.
I,
You're something. You're keeping something from me again.
I
can tell
am
you.
not. I wouldn't dare, darling. Not a lick of something held from you. Not
Insight
ever.
check.
Sure, go ahead.
Of all
Finn is
people,
gonna
you don't
definitely
know.
do that. Finn and Eden both.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh my goodness, that is a 19 plus 5. You can't get away from me, boy.
That is 18 plus 6, so that's 24.
Well, that
Switch
certainly beats my 19 for deception. Yeah, no, he's definitely thinking something that he's not telling you.
Eden just makes the winky face of like, eh.
Is Korvus still so? Just to understand placement of people right now, is Korvus still in another room that is closed off with the chained individual? Or okay,
Korvus is in the main room with everyone in front of the door with the
Yeah.
chained individual.
Guarding said door.
Yeah, Cailana's in her bedchamber, still in the bed, tied up.
Come on, out with it.
Oh, you're actually waiting for me to say something.
Yes.
Sorry.
What did you think? I'm just looking at you like
I
this
just thought you would drop it.
because?
I just thought you would leave it alone.
You
no,
should know me better than that. I've never left anything as is when it pertains to my brother. Okay.
Yes, I know. I unfortunately know that. So, Art, when you say we will be dealing with the Oblex problem or the Oblex problem, whatever we call it, the answer to that is no, we haven't. We've dealt with our Oblex problem. The Oblex problem is still a fucking problem.
well, of course, but at the very least, your lives won't be in danger anymore.
So what you're saying is we go kill the big one. I like that. Let's go kill the big one.
Theoretically,
okay,
we've theorized that would also fix the problem.
right. Well, here's what I have to say. We need to go to the Heart Scars, period, to find the flowers, plants, whatever. And then we need to go to the Malthier Collective so that Korvus can drop off Cailana, and that can all be dealt with. We're coming back to Swagat so that we can deal with this Oblex problem fully.
Well, we may be able to attack more than one problem on our way to Malthier Collective.
I'm sorry, do you know something about the Oblex that I don't?
Well, according to my research, it seems that there may be a connection between the Malthier Collective and the Oblex.
What does
At
that
least in the
mean?
sense that, well, the emergence from the subterranean ruins correlates roughly with the establishment of the Malthier Collective campus, and it seems like it might be drawn to the campus.
Huh.
So they caused it.
I can't say for sure, but there may be a deeper connection that we don't yet fully understand.
Does that sound like something you'd be interested in, Korvus?
I think it's more reactionary than it is causative, but it's worth exploring.
But well, at least we
You're-
know that it responds to fire not so well, and if we can figure it out a way to take down the big thing, then that might solve a lot of problems right now.
All I want to put on the table is that I want to end this problem.
Yes.
That's it. I just want to say that I want to deal with it.
Here's my
agree.
Here's my 2 cents. Since we
You
are
have
relatively
more.
since we are thank you. Since we are so close to the heart scar, I believe that we should probably go ahead and collect the plant, but not necessarily to use it on ourselves. I'm not super excited about the idea of using it on myself, and not sure that the others would allow me to use it anyway. But
we could use it as a weapon. Is that what you're
Yes.
saying?
we could go get some and bring it back here to help finish it off.
That's an interesting concept. Yeah, that might be an option too. I didn't even think
The
about that.
only,
I
the
wonder
only,
if I study it, maybe I could make it grow and like make traps.
Or lace like my crossbows or knives with its poisonous. Oh yeah.
the only thing that remains, is Korvus. Because if we go do that, then that is obviously delaying his plans if he were to help.
Would you be willing, Korvus?
If nothing gets in
mean-
the way of me returning my bounty.
Korvus, let me ask you something. What was the promised reward for your return of the professor?
Is it just information?
The standard pay, but it's not necessarily information for this return. I've been doing jobs for people for quite some time, and my jobs for the collective have earned me some sort of reputation, as it were.
So they
is
don't
the-
actually give you what you want. They just promise that they're going to give you what you want so long as you do what they want.
No. The more I do what they want, the less they care what I do.
Okay,
Oh,
perfect.
I
So
got that. Right. Mm-hmm.
here's what we'll do. Here's what I propose to you. You need information. In order to do that, you need a reputation. 1, for completing this assignment, and 2, possibly for defeating the Ublex issue. I will, and then he takes out his pendant from the collective. I can accept the confiscated wizard on behalf of the collective, so that you will have completed that assignment. And then the second assignment would be to kill the Ublex. And then you can report back with both missions completed and get the information you want. I can provide a letter of recommendation and completion of the assignments.
I'll write you a song, for fuck's sakes.
You can register completion of my collection of this bounty and then accredit me for the Ublex issue as well.
Correct.
Well, you provide me the letter. A job is a job, and if it means getting me closer to what I need, consider me intrigued.
Done. And I will go over to just a nearby table by myself and start writing a formal letter.
Does this mean that maybe we can give them some food now?
My job is not done yet.
Well, after he finishes his formal letter, that is.
If this letter seems adequate enough for what I need, then my job is complete, and whatever happens to her existence is no longer my responsibility nor my concern.
I like that.
Hmm.
You know, Ripley, you're kind of smart, actually.
Shut up. I'm writing.
What'd you say? I couldn't hear you.
And then the next job would be to deal with the Ublex.
Well, it seems that everything is pointing us in the direction of the Malthier Collective. I know that I would definitely be very interested in getting to seek some information there myself.
So we don't know exactly where it's chilling, or is it here?
Perrin, do you know?
Do I know what we're doing right now? We're eating. That's
No,
I
you know
know that
where
we're
it's
doing
at.
that for sure.
Come
Uh,
on
Uzi,
now.
Uzi, Grosting, are you in this building?
Hey,
Well-
shit for brains, are you here? He says in his head.
Which Ripley would also hear, right? The way that works?
Yes, yes.
I'm here, yes. Can I help you with... Wait, why the fuck am I asking if I can help you?
Because you love me. That's why. No, I want to know if I wanted to, and he looks at Ripley as he thinks this, and like big kind of like stern eyes, but he's writing, so he doesn't really pay attention to Perrin anyway. If I brought you 4 more individuals.
Oh, he definitely hears that.
What would you say to that?
Like them, and by them you feel you all feel, or the two of you feel like a shift, like I don't know how to describe it. It's like a shift of brainwave almost, as if it's trying to like telepathically motion to Ripley.
Yes, them. They all appear to be somewhat magical in nature.
I could bring you these people. I could have them potentially be part of your next split or several, wherever
we'll
that
bring-
needed.
And we'll bring the wizard back.
She's valuable. Don't forget that.
Go ahead.
Mistakes were made. We've made a grave error in judgment here. I want to right the wrongs. And I mean, I do owe you one very naive, green individual.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check or deception check, whichever you'd prefer.
Eden, I think that thing is really tearing you a new one.
Can he have advantage since I was helping?
No. It's
yeah,
pretty
sure.
ballsy
I'll
when
give
you
it
can't
to you.
talk to me himself.
You could take advantage, Perrin.
Yeah, they're like not
Can
even
I?
talking right now. It's so weird.
It's weird, they're like eyes glazed.
It's so weird. And I thought that your arm splitting apart turning into that cute fur animal was the weirdest thing.
I know.
Persuasion of 15.
15.
Look, I wonder if you could poke him in the eyeball and him not notice.
I mean,
As Eden's getting closer to Ripley's eyeball.
Oh, shit. Yeah, no, he wouldn't notice.
Until poke. I told you.
I didn't do it.
You guys want the help of Korvus? Go sit down.
But, okay.
Actually, go melt me a candle. Red, preferably.
Melt a candle. Okay. I'll go find a candle.
Go make a investigation check now. as we get anyway, Perrin and Ripley, in your head you hear the green one seems innovative. It would do.
He could build you things.
Bring me them. Let me split. And then we have a deal.
Now, just for clarification, where do you want me to bring them?
Close enough for me to get inside of them without the pesky pink one getting in between us.
Well, yes, I understand, but I mean, I'm kind of. I'd really like to meet you. How can I do that?
I'm literally connected to your mind. I've no.
No, I get that.
Make
I
a,
mean,
make a charisma saving throw.
Christ. Let me see something real quick.
Noted, Eden. You can find one.
Happily running back.
And out loud, Perrin just goes, "Come on!" And I'm gonna use silvery barbs for the first time. And that gives me advantage on my next charisma saving throw.
Oh, all right.
That's a 20.
Yeah, you feel him or feel it starting to kind of wrap around a portion of your consciousness and begin tugging, but you kind of roll your eyes back, and as you do, you see this flash of like white light, and like it's like the white light that emanates, and then it has like the points that come out of it, and you hear just as that pull and that tugging stop.
Just tell me where you are, and I'll bring them right to you.
Inside of you. If you wish for me to come out, give me something to remember.
Perrin closes his eyes. And there is a very distinct memory that he focuses on. And the house in Ishalto is warm. There are children everywhere. It's Perrin's birthday, and his uncle, Merrick, has just handed him the lute that Perrin plays. And as Perrin looks up from the lute to Uncle Merrick, he looks at the front door where his father is standing, waiting for Merrick. And as Perrin smiles, Merrick walks towards his father, and they walk out the door. How about that?
It lets out, and mostly because I just tried to do it and I couldn't force myself to do it. And I'm laughing to myself, not because of that, but he lets out like a mental burp. Good. And you start to feel your jaw crack, and you watch as those of you can hear the audible snap of his jaw as it just unhinges and sloughs. And then the other side does the same thing, and his jaw's just hanging there loosely, and what you think is blood dribbling down his, like, coming from the front of his lips is actually the ooze coming down in almost like this wide, but it's thick and globule. Perrin, you start coughing as you are it's now stuck into your throat to the point where you can't really swallow or breathe. And it coils up and around, and you can see as the ooze starts to take the shape of your uncle's face.
Shillelagh.
Do I see that? Wait, do I see that?
Yes. Not your uncle, Finara,
No. I know.
But
Like,
yes, but
but
yeah,
I'm
you
but I'm
all
just
can.
seeing this happen, and it looks like the same ooze that's been basically we've been trying to get rid of.
From
Correct.
Perrin, correct? Yes.
Sacred flame.
Yeah, on seeing this, Art is going to reach into his pocket and try to very subtly crank.
Just-
Korvus is drawing the scene in his notebook.
I'm writing a letter.
Great, we have 2 Rexes.
So since this is, you guys, this is strictly combat now, why don't you guys all roll me an initiative, please? If you're not involved.
I have something I want to do, so I'm gonna
roll just on an initiative.
Okay.
But because I'm obviously writing my book, I'm gonna use intelligence instead of dexterity, obviously.
Okay.
Not really.
Let me double check something because I was not expecting this. All right.
You made
cool.
a monster in front of this party.
Sorry,
and expect
I
not immediate
mean,
violence?
I saw something happening to my brother. That's just
No,
instinct.
it's fine. Honestly,
bad.
like the great part of it is when things don't happen, and the great thing about D&D Beyond is the encounter builder. Boom, literally, like it's already done.
Yeah.
Art, what'd you get?
10.
Ripley.
19.
Cool. Perrin. Oh, your back would have been turned. Get Actually, no. I'll give you the 19. That's fine. Perrin.
22.
22. Korvus.
14.
Oh, wow. Finara.
16.
16. And Turn.
I got a 17.
Oh, 17. Wow. And this thing. Come on, dice that I'm giving away. Okay. Oh, wow, that's it. Okay. Roll a d20, Finara.
A lot of really high initiatives.
Just straight roll.
This is 6.
All right, cool. Thank you. All right, Perrin, you're up. It's staring in front of you, or it's standing, or it's not standing. It's literally
It's like floating.
Floating, yeah, like venom floating up, facing you.
I love that this is what I've become. I've become Eddie Brock.
We have Jared Leto and we have Tom Hardy. There we go, guys.
Hey.
Beautiful. To the thing, I mentally connect. What do you want me to do?
It would be nice if they didn't kill me, for starters.
Got it.
He says this audibly so you guys can hear it. Like the face is like, so Perrin's face is here, like and this thing's like.
Parent, what in
puppeting out
God's
of his
name
mouth.
is going on?
Perrin puts his hands up. I want you all to stop what you're doing.
Shit, you can't talk. Yeah, you
Tell
gotta-
so
Ripley.
mentally I say, you know what? Yeah, mentally I will say, Ripley, tell them to stop.
But do you mouth that by chance at all?
No, because I
Damn.
can't, and so I
no,
just
this thing
like,
is
think
literally cutting off his like airways, and his jaw is dislocated, so he couldn't talk if he wanted to. That'd be some really weird lip reading because his jaw would just like.
I don't know. I can do it. I literally have an ability to read lips.
So does my sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I
So do I.
mentally
We can all do that.
send out
What-
to through the thing to Ripley, tell them to stop.
Cool. Surprisingly enough, Ripley's up next. So
He said kill it. No, I'm kidding. He doesn't say that. He wants you all to stand down. Don't kill it. It's part of our plan.
Do you see the state that my brother is in, and you're telling me to calm down and not do anything right now? Are you something really is wrong with your head, other than
I didn't say your
other
brother did.
people inside of it?
Yeah, Eden's eyes are inking over black per the usual.
At the same time, I'm mentally thinking Do you want out of me as well? Will that help? I can give you something.
The face darts toward you, and I imagine you're still like, are you still writing
I'm
the
a little
letter?
hot.
Are you still
No,
writing
no.
the
I
letter?
mean, I've kind of just like paused and like kind of taking this situation in.
It turns toward you. The face does. You would need to consult yours while we share a telepathic bond. do
I
not
said it
speak
mentally,
for
so if he heard it as well, then, or if mine heard it as well.
Let's see. Nope, you get the same response.
Just let me know. I can rock your world. And he'll, that's his turn.
Eden.
Yeah, we're all gonna die. Nothing else to add?
Yeah. It's next. Who's next up? Is it?
It's EU.
Is it really me?
Yeah, I think
no,
so.
Eden, it's your turn.
Sadly,
Eden,
is.
it's your turn.
It's not me.
I thought it was Korvus. Okay.
No, Korvus got
He's
a 14.
after me.
Oh god. Okay. So I was really just hoping it wasn't me.
No. Sadly.
So the shillelagh is up. So like as Eden is sitting there, her eyes ink over black, irises turn red. The vines sprout up from her like forearm out of her arm and wrap around her staff as like the thorns start to grow off of it. And she just makes eye contact. Like after hearing Ripley say that, she just makes eye contact with Perrin. And like begins to kind of back away a little bit and positions herself between the thing and Art because of what happened last time. And like puts her like one arm is like her little buckler is there and it's like kind of in front of Art, and the mace is just, she's still sitting there like ready to whack it. But yeah, that's my turn. Hold action. If it gets aggressive, she gonna bash the out of it.
Ripley, I'm gonna need you to give me a better excuse than you just did
It's
for
not-
why I should not destroy this thing.
Nara, unfortunately, it's not your turn. As the head is shifting and following you, Eden. Clever. You did offer me that one. But
It's not yours to take.
You want me out of here. You want us out of your two remaining companions, don't you? Leave Swagat. And it's done.
You first.
I can't leave Swagat. I'm in Perrin.
That's what I mean. You get out of Perrin. And then you can leave hell as we leave.
Persuasion or deception?
Okay.
That's
It
cocked.
doesn't matter. Okay. 15. Which is a 16 minus 1 because no matter what I roll on that, it's not good.
15. You watch as Perrin's body, he drops to his hands and knees and continues kind of coughing and dry heaving as more and more of this goop starts and ooze starts to come out of him, and you notice, like, you've seen the tiny spawns, like, you know what those look like those were, like, comparison wise, no bigger than dual car. However, when this thing comes out, it stands roughly the size of Perrin as it takes a halfling shape. Was your uncle taller than you or shorter than you?
Just like an inch and a half.
Yeah,
taller
a
than
halfling
me
amount.
now.
A halfling amount taller than you.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, but he stands. He's slightly taller than you. He still has that kind of. He hasn't fully formed the textures and colors of the face and the body yet. But the red is starting to fade into more skin color tones. And just Fenara, your turn.
Wait, so he's still, like, it basically has removed itself from.
It's completely out. Perrin, your jaw relocates.
Yeah, I'm like, is he still basically his jaw hitting the floor, as figuratively speaking? Okay. Yeah. So Finn is definitely going to rush over to her brother's side. Kind of definitely taking the offensive position, because she's still very much like she's struggling with what to do in this moment. And she first looks over at Perrin. Are you all right? What is going on?
Don't worry. And his eyes flit from Fenara back to the thing.
You expect me not to worry? You didn't see yourself just now. And this thing, why does it look so familiar?
Relations. Kin. That's why. And he's still holding firm on the eyes of the goop monster that's the Ublex is standing there. I don't know what you expect to do now, but thank you.
So we go.
Are we really gonna just let this thing just run about?
Real quick, Korvus, Art. Technically, it's Korvus then Art. I'm gonna finish the round because
I'm holding my action for now.
You deserve your 6 seconds of fame. Korvus, you're next. Is there anything that you would like to do before I call it and say that we're out of initiative?
How many people are in range of a fireball?
Shut up.
You joke, but I gave him those beads that make fireball. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Let's see. Just confirming. No, Korvus is just going to continue writing, taking notes.
And Art.
Perrin said the problem isn't over until we've dealt with it completely. You're gonna hurt people, aren't you?
Me? No. This is all part of a bigger plan. Swigga, we don't intend to hurt. Just make it better.
And what does better mean?
We've seen the inside of that shitty bar that Umber likes to call home. And if the rest of the denizens of this crawling city live even half as well as he does, well, We can make them forget that they live here. We can make them believe they live in the ritziest castles in all the world. That
But at the cost of their free will?
Nephew, did you lose yours?
Perrin's like jaw clenches real hard. No. But I was sure close. But before you decide to utter another single word, he points over to Ripley. I don't believe you're finished.
And I don't believe you've left yet.
I'm collateral.
Fair enough.
Enjoy your evening's rest. When you leave the city, it will leave your friend. I can assure you of that.
When it leaves him, will I still be able to talk to it like I'm talking to you now?
No. Thankfully, you've given me enough of a boost, as it were, to be able to do something like this. Our smaller cousins aren't quite invocative of speech and conversation like I am.
Quite the master you are. And we have been speaking in partial truths and circles for quite a while. And that's fun on a Saturday morning, but currently it's not so entertaining. So let us be completely clear. We have no intention of allowing you to take over Swagit, just so you're aware. And I say that with full knowledge that this thing is inside of me. We intend to find and eliminate the primary Oobleck that controls all of you. We try to be cordial and in some ways deceptive. That didn't work, so we will try other means. We will find you and we will eliminate you, and then my problem will be solved.
Oh, I sure hope you find a way to get rid of Aura. Your poor uncle wouldn't know how to live if Aura still scrounged off of all of our work.
Hold on a second. The prime Ooblex, you're not attached.
Oh no, I very much am. And will probably be absorbed upon my return to Swagat.
You don't want to be?
Want, need, has little consequence to a being such as Aura.
No, I didn't ask about them, though.
He looks now the fully formed features of your uncle.
Yep.
We could find him.
We could. Do you feel a pull?
It's as if I'm missing a memory. You gave me enough, but there's always the want for more. That is the way of our kind.
Right.
What if we free you? Like, if we... But if they go, do you go?
Nobody's ever tried. So I don't know. But I've been in your brains long enough to know at least what you've learned and the task in which you are attempting to accomplish. It won't be easy.
Nothing ever is, if I'm going to be honest. My only request is this. Must you immediately return? I want to find Aura. I want this problem removed from Swagat. Because I don't want anyone to feel like I feel or like I've felt. Ever.
It takes a step toward you, Perrin. And then another, and takes one of its hands and places it on your shoulders. None of you are ready. And I mean that sincerely.
No, I know, because my Uncle Merrick wouldn't lie to me.
Uncle Merrick?
Yeah. Meet my Uncle Merrick. A different entity as a whole, but he looks, moves, sounds exactly like him.
How
Exactly.
is this possible?
It's not him.
No. But it is.
Memory manifestation.
Wait, memory manifestation? What? It digs into your consciousness?
It was provided.
I gave it to him. I gave him a memory.
Very astute, Professor.
Why?
Why did I give it to him, or why does he need it?
Both.
He needs it to become more. And Perrin is like looking at Merrick, like assuming that he understands. He needs it to become more than from what he's split from. He needs it to become a little bit more than primal. And in order to have his own will, in order to push himself out of me, I needed to give him something to remember. So now he has my memories of my uncle, or at least a memory I have of him.
Well, don't give any more. Memories are precious.
He can't if... Well, he could. And if he did, then I would. And the hand goes from the shoulder up to, like, the cheek.
I think that's about enough of that.
Oh, for your sake, I would take that hand away, sir.
If there's anything I've gleaned about your mother is that she has her temper. And they
Oh, absolutely. You're absolutely right. We're going to leave following our meal, and you can go wherever you please. But fight that pull if you can for as long as possible. And if you truly believe that for whatever reason that we're not ready, I'll take your word. But I want you to do something for me. If you do happen to be merged with Uraga again, and he takes the hand and puts it back to his face, I want you to feel this one thing. I want you to take this emotion that I rarely express or feel. And Perrin just pumps fear into the hand.
You watch as the hand, like, almost ripples as the energy courses through it, and he pulls his hand away immediately.
Take that back to Ura. Let Ura feel that. Because that's me. That is my imminence. I'm coming for Ura. And I will make him regret the day that he tried to consume Swagat from within. Do you understand me?
I understand. If it's...
I want to make one thing clear. You remind me of someone else, which is the only reason why I haven't let this thing go at you just now. The last time I did nothing to someone like you, people got hurt. I don't want people to get hurt. But Perrin, what do you want me to do?
Oh, my sweet young man. I want you to stand down, and I want you to watch this absolute, delightful, ooze-crafted halfling walk out of this tower. Because that's what he's going to do, aren't you?
I would very much prefer so.
Please.
Do I believe him?
Roll an insight check.
19.
Yeah. You believe that he would, or he's going to walk out of the remnants of the tower and let you be. You don't get any sort of aggression or rage or like any sort of energy that would appeal to you in the sense of your former life.
There's a gentle whirring of gears as the device in Art's jacket is disarmed.
Thank you. Oh, and I'll make sure that the bullywogs don't give you a problem.
Thank you.
I'll bring them.
Appreciate
The
that.
tree people don't like you. You should leave them alone, though. I like them. They're really nice.
Tree people are wary of anything that's us. So
They should be, apparently.
I would hope that they don't try to attack me on my way out.
If you can avoid going back, though, you should, right? To be your own person?
Make a persuasion check.
Just for clarification, he physically looks like.
He looks like a little halfling, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Great. So the main guy can be anything. Dope.
Yep.
Yeah, that's great. So it's a 19 minus 1, which is an 18.
And I'm gonna actually.
I love my minus 1.
Pick a number 1 through 10.
1 through 10?
Yeah.
6.
All right. I'm gonna roll this die. I'll let you. What'd you say it was? 15 or 16?
It was. It was.
It was higher than that. It was 18.
18.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm to find my brother, I need to get on a boat. Well, you thought I was joking. I mean, I said it sarcastically at first, but if I'm gonna start a new life as your uncle, I might as well try to figure out where we went. Right?
Right.
There's more to this story than a goodbye.
Excuse me?
Perrin holds his hand up.
You guys have a good one. And he's gonna start turning and
Yeah.
walking away.
No, get the fuck out of here right now. And Perrin at this moment turns back to his sister and puts his like hands like on her arms and just holds them there, and he's just like listlessly just like shaking his head. I don't know what that was. What does he mean by that? There's not just goodbye. That's doesn't make any sense. It doesn't.
None of this is making any sense, and I don't know much about any of what he was talking about. What is going on, Perrin?
You just created a new life, and you're now responsible for it.
I would
You
like
made an
to.
ooze, baby.
Korvus would have liked to have studied this formation, creation, and manifestation of this halfling.
Yeah, roll an intelligence check.
Just raw intelligence.
Just raw intelligence.
Dang it.
Actually,
Raw
no. I'll give you
intelligence.
investigation.
That's much. Woo! That's going to be 24.
Okay, I don't have notes for it, so I'll get you notes eventually.
The key thing I wanted to is, can I notice details that help me identify the fact that it's not a person, or does it make a perfect clone?
At the formations, at the formative stages of it, there are visual, like, it is definitely gelatinous. But by the time it's walking away, it's almost like a perfect replica.
You said almost. What makes it almost?
Should have rolled higher.
Like
Oh.
Perrin probably noticed it, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
probably. I would know the nuances of my uncle that don't exist.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
But it would be because I know him.
Yep.
Like
Otherwise,
tip to
it's
tail.
flawless.
Yeah.
Art's gonna sit back down at the table and eat what's left of his stew with significantly less vigor than before.
Bernard will actually, in Goblin, talk to Art and say, I'm sorry, friend. I also wanted to take action against that thing. But I promise if things go sour, we'll take care of it together.
I just don't want anyone else to get hurt.
I don't want anyone to get hurt either. And I'm also afraid.
But I've seen life come from strange places. Maybe there is something more to this than we know.
Time will tell.
And
Ripley in his head will say, okay, after witnessing that, the deal's off. So, no need to think it over. And I will just sort of suppress the memory. Suppress the...
roll charisma saving throw.
Oh, I'm very good at those. I am natural 20.
As you begin suppressing it, all you hear is so be it then.
Korvus. And then I'm going to take the candle that's melted down, that she was melting down for me. I'm going to stick my emblem into the melted candle wax, and I'm going to stamp it onto the letter to have a collective seal on it. Actually, on both documents. And then, Korvus, these are your documents. One is record of completion, and the other one is a new contract for disposal of the ooblex, should we be so inclined. And upon that, I'll write another one saying that you completed that one as well.
Korvus is going to give it a look over. Do these seem official enough that they're certifiable?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing that's really missing is like an official seal. But Ripley, you'd imagine you could either like search around here enough to find one, or you could notarize it essentially when you get to a campus.
But essentially, Korvus knows that with these documents, everything promised is valid.
Yeah.
Well then,
it looks very much like it's written differently, obviously, because it's Ripley writing it, but the contract, like the verbiage looks looks mostly similar. To like the point where you have general faith that he's a member of the Malthier Collective. You have his word.
well, then it appears my bounty for the isolated hermit is complete.
Congratulations.
And now you have hired me for another job.
Upon hearing this, Art's going to take a crust of the bread that he has left, get up from the table, and is going to walk towards the room where our wizard friend is being kept.
Korvus has not let go of the whip and still holds it tight.
You got what you wanted, didn't you?
Not until I've officially relinquished. And then we'll walk past Art, relinquish the chain so that the door can open. And Korvus will make his way over to the woman who is bound by 4 different sets of chain. And we'll take one end of the whip and connect it to one. Now bind. And we'll pull as the links of chain start to combine to one another, creating a 50-foot chain that then re-ravels around his arm. Removes the gag and the blindfold. And then grabs some of the food that has not really been eaten by Korvus. Your bounty has been completed. You can thank Ripley for claiming it. You are no longer my concern.
So I can stay here then.
Well, you do as you wish. However, if your name comes across my bounty board again, it just means I'll have to come back for you.
I'll be prepared next time. And she just kind of like, not like shoulders you, but like just kind of taps you on the shoulder as she makes her way, like grabs the food that you give her and like makes her way into the dining area that you guys have all had.
Art's going to go into one of his pockets and take out the fruity smelling stick of butter, spread some of it on the bread, and offer it up to her. You'll feel better if you try this.
I mean, and she looks over at you, Eden, and just kind of nods and smiles. After the feat that your friend here pulled, I think anything would make me feel better. And she takes the bread and takes a bite of it.
Wonderful. That buttered bread is going to be healing her for about 10 HP.
Oh. Well, she feels rejuvenated. She was at full health. However, I will say that it does invigorate her enough, not enough to like full level of exhaustion invigorate, but like it gives her a little, it's like a nice energy boost. And like you can see the paleness of her skin. Her skin starts to flush out again. So,
I'm glad that one at least works.
Korvus comes back out. Well, now that that's taken care of.
I can use to tidy this place up a bit. I would imagine. And she looks at you, Ripley. You want the tower at least in some functioning order, since you are the mage of the tower now. And she get actually. Hey, thank you, Umbraloculus Dice. She gives you like a real quick wink.
Sorry, you cut out. What was that?
Oh, I said she gave you a real quick wink.
Oh.
Uh-oh. I think we lost Ronan.
Okay.
Yeah,
nope.
so we have business back in Swiget. Oh, sorry. Yeah, my internet is a little wonky right now. So we have business back in Swiget. So if you want to maintain the tower while I'm gone, then I'm sure I'll be back.
Very well. I'm going to take tonight and maybe tomorrow to rest a little, but then I'll get right to it and make sure you have your own chambers separate from, well, befitting the professor of the campus.
Perfect.
As for the rest of you, thank you again. Quite out of sorts still. The fire worked wonders. I'm feeling really dry and hollow inside. Probably because I spewed a Nublex. But I'm gonna take this, and like you can see that there's still like half the biscuit or like the bread with the butter on it. I'm gonna take this to my chambers and enjoy this. Thank you for untying me. Korvus, right? It was?
Korvus.
I'm glad you found it in your heart or coin purse to let me go.
The job was completed.
Noted. And if any of you need anything, either the remainder of the night or before you embark, please feel free and knock. And she grabs her plate, grabs a like a small tankard of wine, and goes back into her room and closes the door.
Vanara during this time has been fiddling with her bracelet around her wrist and kind of like nervously, almost like biting her fingernails, fidgeting a lot. Is there an area down, like kind of where Eden and Perrin originally went? Is that area still open where if somebody wanted to go away from the others?
Yeah, you guys, because there's definitely room for you guys to break off.
Okay. Finn, without really saying much, is going to head off in that direction.
Okay.
Kind of almost like lost in thought.
So does anyone have an actual plan for the coming days?
Sleep. Then I would assume we're still gonna get the stuff, right?
Well, we still have at least one of us who's still infected.
I thought that I was just gonna leave him though when we leave.
Well, are they?
Are they going to leave you, Ripley? Ripley, you're being very quiet.
Oh no.
Did we lose him again?
The suspense.
Ripley, your magic
Ripley
is...
fell asleep. Ripley fell asleep because
It was
he's
so
there.
perfect, and now it's cutting.
No!
it's oh, no.
Damn you,
Oh, I'm
West
sorry, I'm sorry, I'm
Virginia.
sorry.
Mountain Mama.
I was just gonna say.
We'll sing the
Ripley
song, my
Road.
people.
Careful, you might summon him.
The personalities are colliding, and now we can't tell which one.
I know. I'm like, oh no, what's happening?
As long
We're
as
losing Ronan.
As long as it's not our Dragon Ball Z friend coming back.
Yes, please.
Oh
Vegeta.
no.
Every time I
That
say
face.
something, it
There you go.
freezes.
There you
Every
go.
time I go
Hurry,
to
say something. Get it.
Don't move your lips
Go,
too
go,
much.
blurt it out.
Go, go, go,
Blurt it
go.
out.
Every time I go to say something, it freezes.
Well,
Oh
shit.
That was
We'll
beautiful.
figure
On
out
this-
that answer
Next time on Dragon Ball Z. All right.
It's a good thing you don't have an outro anymore, Ronan.
I love that it keeps coming back just in time that we get these priceless faces.
Faces, yes.
Just disdain.
If you just speak without moving, you might be fine.
I believe Korvus, he cast silence on you or something. You know, that's what
Well,
happened.
yeah. As a fellow telepathic monotone, do you know what he was saying?
Based on the messages I'm getting, he's saying, please kill me.
I only have 10 HP. It's not that hard. No.
Make it stop.
He's fine for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Anyway, the good news is you can answer that next session. However, you guys all finish your meal. Wait, did he come back? No, he's not.
We have text from
We have
them,
text.
though.
Yeah.
Go to Heartscar, get plant, head to Swig.
Swiget.
That actually sounds in the exact tone he would do it too.
Hang on, let me
That's accurate.
Oh, sorry, hang on.
go
Go to Heartscar, get plant, head to Squigget.
And then goes and walks
Taryn
away.
is the
Go to
best.
sleep.
Eden sucks. I'm the D&D Jared Leto. Also King of West Virginia that has really horrible internet connection after 10 p.m. No. But you guys finish your meal. You guys go to sleep. Get your rest. And we will pick up as you head back to Swagat or the Heart Scars or wherever the hell Ripley was going to say before we cut off next time on the Ecriom Expeditions. I wanted to say Dragon Ball Z so bad.
I know.
It's contagious. But thank you everybody for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you type in
Barefoot
the
in
word
chat.
barefoot. Yes, B-A-R-E, foot, as in the thing that is underneath you, hopefully. Yeah, type barefoot in chat for your chance to win. Where's it at? This beautiful D20 from Umbral Oculus Live. We're going to go around the horn, and everybody's going to do their shtick.
Thick.
Oh, god damn it. Why'd I say that? Eden, please go.
Okay.
Make it stop.
So, hi everybody. My name is Taryn Hackett, also known as Valrook across the socials. I am a generally creative human TTRPG performer and dice maker under the moniker of Umbral Oculus Dice. That is UO_dice on the Instagram and Ko-fi. I do have a shop update coming probably within the next week to week and a half. I will have a giveaway the 4 to 5 days leading up to that dice sale for a full set of my Circle of Spores dice. So definitely stay tuned for that to get a chance to enter to win that before my sale goes live. And then every other Sunday, starting back in February, is the current plan because I got stuff going on for Far Realms to be back where I scare the crap out of Ronan and Casual. And it's fun, and you should watch that on the initiative order. And then next week, over on the initiative order, Vault is back, our Fallout TTRPG, where I play a trigger-happy gunslinging girl ready to kill her ex-husband.
Who may or may not be also featured in this cast.
Yeah. She can go shoot his face off.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Next. Perrin, Hope Singer.
Hi, I'm Renee Borgard. I called the news out and it answered. That was cool. I was not expecting that in any way, shape, or form. You can find me at Dragon Rock RPG Design on Instagram and at Dragon Rock RPG on Twitter, where me and my friend Daniel Lieberman make 5e supplements for D&D. Other than that, you can find me here every week or every other week for Ecriom Adventures with my friends. You can also find me occasionally on the Initiative Order doing plenty of different things. But yeah, follow us and find out when we're going to be doing our Ranger release, which should hopefully be this month. And all of our good stuff is on the DMs Guild, where you can search Dragon Rock RPG and find all of our good stuff. So download our stuff, read our stuff, rate, review our stuff. I love you guys. Brianna, please take this away from me.
And I was the sister who was freaking out because her brother's jaw hit the floor, and there is a uncle that she didn't know about until just now. So she's probably having a midlife crisis. Well, she's not old enough to have a midlife crisis, but you get the drift. Anyway, I am Utahime. I'm a cosplayer, streamer, and TTRPG performer. You can find me on the social medias at Utahime Cosplay, and that's Facebook, Instagram, here on Twitch, where I occasionally stream a variety of games on my own channel. But I have been taking a hiatus, like our discount bard here, for the holidays, but hopefully back soon. And you can also catch me on Twitter at Brianna DeCoster. And as our Eden mentioned, I too am also in Vault, our Fallout TTRPG on the Initiative Order. I will not be on this upcoming episode, but the following, unfortunately, because I will be, if any of you guys are in the Los Angeles area, Anime Los Angeles, I am a guest, and I'm going to be hosting different panels this week. So if you're in town and want to attend, I would love to see you there. If not, you can then catch me every other Wednesday on that_D'Angelo's channel for Tayar. And yeah, otherwise every other Tuesday here. And I'll pass it along, and have a lovely evening, everyone. Thank you guys.
Our good butter goblin. All right.
Hi everyone, I'm Eddie, otherwise known as the Discount Bard, who tonight was known as the adorable goofball Butterball, who had a rare moment of solemnness tonight, so that was interesting. You can find me on all the various social medias at Discount Bard and on TikTok as well, where you can follow all my various shenanigans. I do stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/discountbard. I'm also a TTRPG performer who bounces around various channels like this one. If you don't want to catch me here every other Tuesday, you can also catch me every other Wednesday at That D'Angelo, where I'm alongside our wonderful Utahime, among many others, for Tayar, which is a fun game. Also got some other upcoming projects coming up right around the corner that I'm very excited for as well. And I also am, as mentioned earlier, working on my 2022 goal of trying to work my way towards actually DMing some more games, so that's something to look forward to in the near future. And yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Let's pass it along to Korvus.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a day. Korvus is who I play, and you can call me Jay Casual. Find me on all social media at Just2Casual, and Casual Creativity over on Twitch, variety streamer who's getting ready for a comeback after the holiday break with TTRPG, video game design, and casual conversations between two bards. You can only guess which bard's going to be showing up on the channel coming oh so soon. I'm also writing my own TTRPG Deep Breath, which is 5e compatible. It's anime-inspired urban fantasy where the old world of magic is in conflict with the new world of technology. Beautiful tech cities, glorious magical forests, and even a potential to enjoy just a bit of space exploration inspired by all the things that made anime truly delightful and every concept around that. And you can find that all on Deep Breath RPG on social media and our website, deepbreathrpg.com. That's DEEP bread THRPG.com. And that's it for me. And since our resident Hale is unavailable, I will be doing a sign off. Hold on. If you want to catch me, you can't because I'm too fast for you. I'm the king of Virginia and everywhere else. I'm awesome. That's it. Goodbye forever.
West Virginia.
And
West Virginia separated from Virginia. It's really
It's
important.
okay. This is me taking it over because he told me to, and he's trying to spread his territory to Virginia. That's why he left social media, so they wouldn't see his plan.
Yeah, no, that and it was requiring him to stay past 7 o'clock, and his Werther's originals get a little too dry after that, and he just can't manage to stay awake because the sugar's just not there, and he's getting really tired of them to death.
He's got to go watch the TV Guide channel as well.
Yeah, and I mean, it does take like 2 hours to put their curlers in before bed.
Wait,
wow. You took over my entire rest of my spiel that I was going to leave last bit because he's not here to make a face about the ego boost.
Oh, no, that's the face. Look at it. There it is.
Ronan is also an incredible writer, so stay tuned for the amazing thing that he is writing that is going to show up soon enough, but not soon enough for us to enjoy beautiful storytelling and his beautiful world building. See, he can't make a face of ego because he'll freeze, so now he has to just accept that without making a face. And I think that's the best part.
He's the next J.R.R. Tolkien, or so he claims to be. It's one of his many titles.
He got that part.
He's like, yeah. And I'm your humble dungeon master, Logan Hanley. Thank you all for watching. Last call for Barefoot in the chat, so you can win.
Oh God.
An Umbral Oculus D20. Do it. They're great. I'm gonna close it in 3, 2, 1. All right, let's pick this winner in 3, 2, 1. Hey, the discount bar. Eddie, you've won.
All right then.
A beautiful Umbral Oculus D20.
Happy New Year!
Oh, that's exciting.
Happy New Year. Congratulations. Oh yeah, it's like a new year. This is our first stream in the new year. Shit, I forgot that. But as always, for those of you who are out there in this crazy, stupid, dangerous world that we call planet Earth, happy adventures and adventures await. Bye, y'all.
Good night, y'all. Love you.
Hi-yo.